DeBary, Florida, has a rich history that stretches back centuries, shaped by its natural environment and the people who settled along the St. Johns River. The area was originally inhabited by the Timucuan Indians, who lived near Lake Monroe, within the domain of Chief Utina, which extended just north of Lake George. They thrived by hunting, fishing, and gathering plants and berries from the surrounding forests. By 1760, however, the Timucua had largely vanished, likely due to disease and conflict brought by European contact, and were replaced by the Seminole tribe, who migrated from Alabama and Georgia. European settlement in the region was delayed until after Florida was acquired from Spain by the United States in 1821. The Seminole Wars further slowed development, keeping the area sparsely populated. It wasn't until 1866 that significant settlement began, when Elijah Watson of Enterprise sold land on the northern shore of the St. Johns River at Lake Monroe to Oliver and Amanda Arnett, who built a house there. This marked the beginning of a more permanent presence in what would become DeBary. The city's namesake, Samuel Frederick DeBary, a wealthy wine merchant of European descent, arrived in the area in 1870. Born in 1815, DeBary had made his fortune as the sole agent for Mumm wines and champagne in the United States and Canada. Seeking a winter retreat, he traveled up the St. Johns River by steamboat and purchased land on Lake Monroe in 1871. There, he constructed an 8,000-square-foot Italianate-style mansion, known today as DeBary Hall, which became a hub for sport hunting and hospitality. The estate, originally spanning 400 acres, included orange groves and served as a winter getaway for DeBary and his wealthy guests, including notable figures like Presidents Ulysses S. Grant and Grover Cleveland, as well as the Prince of Wales, later King Edward VII. DeBary's influence extended beyond his estate. In 1875, he purchased a small steamboat, the George M. Bird, to transport his horses and dogs for hunting expeditions along the St. Johns River and to ship fruit to market. This venture grew into the DeBary Merchants Line in 1876, a steamship service contracted to carry mail between Jacksonville and Enterprise, featuring the sidewheeler Frederick DeBary. In 1883, DeBary partnered with Colonel H. T. Baya, merging his operation with the Baya Line to form the DeBary-Baya Merchants Line. This company, with 13 steamboats and a crew of 3,000, ran routes to Sanford and became the most successful steamboat line on the St. Johns River. The business was sold to the Clyde Line in 1889, which operated until 1928. Frederick DeBary died in 1898 in Summit, New Jersey, but his legacy in Florida endured. The community that grew around DeBary's estate remained small for decades. In 1866, the Arnett's house, now reduced to a 10-acre estate, became the oldest standing building in the area, known as the Arnett House. The modern city of DeBary was officially incorporated on December 31, 1993, named in honor of its prominent early settler. At the time, it covered 25 square miles and had a population of 10,425, which voted 3-1 in favor of incorporation. By 2020, the population had grown to 20,696, reflecting steady development. DeBary's history is also tied to its natural features, like the St. Johns River, which flows north, a rarity among U.S. rivers, and served as a vital water highway for explorers, steamboats, and settlers. The steamboat era significantly shaped the region, fostering farms, plantations, and villages. Today, DeBary Hall is a restored museum, listed on the National Register of Historic Places since 1972, preserving the area's past. The city blends its historical roots with modern suburban life, offering parks, access to Sunrail, Central Florida's commuter rail system since 2014, and a quiet, small-town charm alongside its proximity to Orlando and Daytona Beach.